All right, everyone. I purchased something that I've always wanted since I was a kid, a green Play It Loud Nintendo Game Boy. Now this one, as you can see, is kind of rough. But the good news is it does work. It powers on. I haven't cleaned it. I haven't done anything. It reads games. We have my copy of Olympic Summer Games in there, and I'm sure you can hear. Speaker works great. Everything works great on it. The only thing is, obviously, we need to put a new screen on there, which I already went out and I purchased a glass screen for it to go over it. And it just needs a thorough deep clean. That speaker grill is just filthy. It's just really dirty. I'm pretty sure this is an aftermarket battery cover, but that's fine. I don't really care. Let's get to taking this thing apart. We'll put our new lens on over the screen. Yeah, I can finally have my Game Boy Play It Loud edition that I've always wanted. All right. Take our batteries out. Let's start to disassemble this. I've got my Ifixit Tool Kit. We're gonna have to actually remove that game. And we're gonna have to take this thing apart. Now, if you've watched my previous videos of taking these apart, you just need a tri-wing screwdriver and a Phillips head screwdriver, and these come apart fairly easily. Now, if you weren't basically around back when the Game Boy originally came out, this came out in 1989, the original DMG one, as it's called. That's just the model number of it. That's what everyone refers to it as. This, when it came out in 1989, was a massive success. In the 90s, Nintendo didn't want their success to just kind of grow stagnant, I guess, and they wanted to sort of revitalize the brand, per se, I guess, of the Game Boy. So they introduced the Play It Loud editions, which were deep black, radiant red, vibrant yellow, high-tech, transparent, and then my personal favorite, the gorgeous green. If you lived outside of the US, there was a blue color. What was that one? That was cool blue, I think. And then there was traditional white. I think that was only in Japan. It was a white Game Boy. But the green was my favorite, because green's always been my favorite color. Right. But yeah, it worked really well for them, because the whole different colors thing, yeah, this is where it switches over to regular Phillips head. But yeah, as I was saying, the Play It Loud edition worked really, really well for them. I mean, all their handhelds and a lot of their consoles, like the N64 and their GameCube, all had different variations of different colors. Just kind of their limited editions. And really, I want to say the Play It Loud edition of the Game Boy was the first to do that for Nintendo, where all it was just a different reshell. All the hardware is exactly the same. There is no difference internally on any of the Play It Loud editions. It really was just a different color shell. And I'm not gonna lie, the advertisements worked on me, because I really liked the green color. I mean, I liked all the colors. I thought they were all pretty cool. But yeah, even though this came out in 1995, the board still says 1989 on it, because it's the same hardware. Nothing's different on it. I didn't even see that one. Whoops. Yeah, she's definitely pretty filthy. There's a lot of just dirt on this thing. Look at this screen. It's clearly not had the lens protector over it for quite some time. Oh my gosh, that is disgusting. Yeah, this whole boy's going right in an ultrasonic cleaner that I have. And we're gonna clean all this up. But yeah, it wasn't shortly after this, in 1995, that the Game Boy Color came out, which was the true successor to the original Game Boy. That was the real big change. But this was this worked really well for Nintendo, and it kind of held them over to 1998. The whole idea was basically that this was a fashion accessories, essentially, for more than just a game console or handheld. It was showing that you could now accessorize with your personality, which was definitely different for the time. Now with all the special editions that you have of everything, it's funny to see how big of a deal this was back then. There we go. Golly, this did not want to come free. Alright, I'm gonna give all this a good scrub, and we'll come back with this stuff clean after it ran through the ultrasonic cleaner, and then we'll reattach the lens. So we're gonna take a little break here, just a little cut. Well, this came out really good. There's still obviously the remnants of the glue around there, but I don't personally care. Yeah, so let's just put this back together. This is all cleaned up now. You can see the speaker grill, which was filthy, is clean. Everything looks good now. So let's reassemble this now. Look how much cleaner that is. That was disgusting before. That half is done. Gotta switch back to our tri-wing bit now. All right, time to apply our new screen. Well, our new lens. I never know what to call it, because obviously this is actually our screen. This is what goes over the screen. This is definitely a lens, but I always want to call it the screen. I don't know why. I always struggle with that. So let's do one last clean here and try to wipe off all of any extra dust or gunk or anything before we put this on. Alright, it's probably about as clean as I'm gonna get it. So let's take this and peel it off. And now let's line this up here. Oh, look at that. All right, now let's see if it still works after all of that. Let's make sure. All right, good sign. Does it play the game? Yes, it does. Look at that. Everything's working. We've got our battery light, everything. Well, I'm still not any good at the game though. Well, look at that. Game Boy works. It looks great. Everything on it looks phenomenal. I couldn't be happier. This is something I've wanted for years. And here we have it. All right, we're gonna turn that off though. All right, video over. There we have it. We have a beautiful working Game Boy Play It Loud edition, the gorgeous green. New screen looks wonderful on there. If you want to replace a screen on these, this only cost me like $5 for this glass lens. But yeah, you know the drill. Like, tag, share, comment. You put a comment below. You know, what was your favorite Game Boy color? Realistically, it helps algorithms or something if you put it below some sort of comment. I don't care what you write. Just put something. Tell me your favorite Pop-Tart. What was your favorite Pop-Tart flavor? Is it strawberry? It's probably strawberry or brown sugar. Brown sugar's pretty darn good. Me, big wild berry fan. Anyways, yeah, thanks for watching this. Goodbye.